Good morning. It is day 5. Day 5. That means it's Friday and there's only 5 days left to the launch of The Journey Continues, Alzheimer's Trippin with George. I don't know why it's so hard for me to remember the title of the book. The Journey Continues, Alzheimer's Trippin with George. And it's coming out on Wednesday, then it launches down from the Kindle bookstore. And last night I checked before going to bed, and the number of orders is up to 6. So I'm going to check again this morning and write it down in the video. It takes me a while to edit the videos and put them up, so I'm not going to edit this video, so we'll see what you're going to be looking at. I don't know. Day 5, it's Black Friday. That means you can gift the Kindle if you know the email of the person you want to gift it to. Unfortunately, I don't think you can set the date when it downloads, so it will download on the 4th. But later on, you could gift them something like December 25th. I think you could probably do that. Yesterday was Thanksgiving. We had a great time. Around 2:30 people were supposed to arrive, and Beth came early to help me. And Beth was just awesome. She really helped a lot. The reason they were helping, usually I can handle a large party like that, but with my hip giving me trouble, I didn't know if I'd be able to stand and direct people and stuff like that and do it all. And so she came and helped, and it was a big help because I did have to sit down several times. And so thank you, Beth. And then one of the first guests to arrive was Charlotte. See these earrings with the bicycle on them? She made those, and I told her I had another set she had made that I'd lost on my trip in September, going up to Wisconsin and Ohio, and she said she'd make me another set. And I says, "Oh, do you have purple?" And she says, "Purple beads are hard to come by, so we'll see." And then Connie came, and Connie and Jerry, and I don't know if you'll remember them. If you've read The Journey Continues, they're in that story because George and I were traveling. We were escaping Hurricane Irma, and we got an email, and we learned that she had broken both ankles. She had fallen down some stairs, just a couple stairs, but it hit just right, and she'd broken both ankles. And one of the ankles was so busted up that they had pins and everything, and she had this kind of halo thing that she was having to step on and walk on. So the recovery has been quite long. So she had a story when she arrived. She said, 2 years ago, Jerry and I wanted to come to the Thanksgiving party, but it was raining and their ramp was slick. And so she said we just couldn't come. And she says we were feeling really down. But then several of us people that were at the party arrived at her house with food after the party was over. And so she was just thrilled. And then she got up and walked straight. And I just started crying. It was just such a nice story. And you know what? I don't think in the journal continues, I did tell the story of when Connie was in rehab. And you got to know her. She's just gutsy. She's just a wonderful, wonderful woman. She was, I met her shortly before she was 70, but when on her 70th birthday, she was doing like a mini marathon or something like that. She was going for her doctorate degree. She was a professor at the university. So just a wonderful, upbeat woman who really tries to remain upbeat, even when she was stuck in a chair for so long with both ankles broken. But anyway, she was in rehab, and I volunteered to take her home in my van. So we go to pick her up at the rehab, and she is just so thrilled to get out of there and be going home. And she tries to get in the back seat of the van, and her foot with this big halo on it doesn't fit. And she goes, oh, just wait a minute. And she tries to figure out a way to get her foot in, and she was a contortionist, and it was funny. We had a good laugh over that. We still laugh over that. Then we get her home, and she's got this new ramp up to her house, and there's sand at the bottom of it. So we get her in the wheelchair, and Jerry's having a hard time getting it through that sand and up the ramp. So I just like grab it from him and push her up the ramp. Well, at the end of the ramp, there's this little lip of where it changes from the ramp to the straight. And she goes, I'm pushing her up, and we hit that little lip, and the wheelchair stops. And, oh! She almost went over. It was very scary. So anyway, she's been through a lot. It has been great to see her going through recovery and therapy and physical therapy for this, and she's now walking 2 feet very nicely. So we're very happy. Another person that came was Christine. Christine and Bella from the story were very instrumental in getting George and I on this tandem with electric assist later on, and so we could keep trekking with the group. And Christine brought a crock pot with vegan turkey, so we had some tofurkey, those of us that were vegetarian, and it was really yummy. I mean, it was you could tell it was not a cheapo tofurkey. It was very, very well made and good, and had some carrots and potatoes and celery around it and broth. It was yummy. So thank you, Christine. We just talked, and it was great. You kind of worry that people are going to come and they're going to eat and they're going to have dessert and then they're going to head out. But people hung out and we talked, and it was dark when we were wrapping up things and putting furniture away. And Regis and Cindy and Tony and Colleen stayed, and just they washed dishes. Everybody pitched in, but they stayed late to make sure everything was in the dishwasher or washed. The counters were all clean. Regis got out the soft scrub and was cleaning the counter stains and stuff. My kitchen hasn't looked so clean in a long time. And all the furniture's back. The card tables and chairs are all stored away. It's just amazing, the amount of help. I am just so blessed. When we moved here to the Withlacoochee Trail, I had no clue about the bounty of wonderful people that I would meet along the trail that have really enriched my life and enriched our lives, George and mine. So after we got it all cleaned up, Cindy says, well, let's go for a walk. Well, my hip was already hurting, but I thought, this was really nice. And I like to go for a walk and it's dark out. I haven't done that a lot because, I'm by myself. I don't want to go walking in the dark that much. So anyway, we walked down to the parks. These are brand new parks. The Liberty Park and Wallace Brooks Park. They're actually existing parks, but they've been totally redesigned. The past year, the city has been working on them, and there's been construction trucks, and they've laid new sod and new plants and new pavement and new playground, and it's just amazing what they did. And we had heard that the parks were lit up at night, so we wanted to go down and see that. So we did. We walked down in the dark to see the parks, and it was very, very pretty. But once we got down there, my hip started hurting like crazy. So I kept on doing stretches and stuff, and I was thinking, well, maybe I should have Regis come and get me in this car. But I managed, and it let up once we got moving. I think we had slowed down towards the end looking at the park, and once we got moving fast again, it wasn't so bad. It was tolerable. So I was glad to get home though. Right to bed, didn't have any more cleaning to do. So that was good. So this is day 5, Black Friday. Only 5 more days to launch of the Kindle of The Journey Continues, Alzheimer's Trippin' with George. It's a fun book filled with stories like the ones I just told you, of the heartwarming help we received along the trail, as well as the struggles I had taking care of George, and the joy of taking care of George. So I hope you enjoy the book. Be sure to join the fun up here in the blog if you aren't a member already and haven't joined. All you gotta do is give your email and you get an email when I post a blog. If you're on YouTube and you see this video, click the subscribe button so you can follow along. And I hope you have a wonderful Black Friday and weekend, and we'll see you tomorrow.